Hey, what's up guys? The Allfather here. You are clashing with Taff, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video on some effective strategies and tactics for warring without heroes. Not necessarily both heroes, but one or the other if you have a BK down or an Archer Queen down. And it kind of sucks that we have to war without them even though they're on defense, but that's a rant for another video. But that doesn't mean that you can't be effective without heroes if you understand what you need to do and how you need to adjust in order to still 3-star without heroes. And this war replays and these attack strategies we're going to show you are 3-stars, even up to the top #1 base by a player with 1 hero down. And so we're going to show you kind of the reasoning and the thought process behind how you may have to tweak your armies just a little bit from your standard, and kind of the key concepts that you're looking for anytime you're going at a base a little bit short-handed. So the first one we're going to look at is going to be an attack by Darth on this #6 base here. Now I realize that these bases are not very well set up. These obviously are not anti-3-star bases and not people who understand how to build a base in general. But that is another part of 3-starring in war with heroes down, is base selection. Make sure that you're taking a base that has weaknesses, that is exposed to an attacker that may be down an Archer Queen or those kind of things. And this is exactly one of those bases. This base has a bunch of flaws, probably too many to note, but the ones we're going to take a look at immediately, what jumps out to us is we've got a couple immediate flaws in this base, or at least weaknesses, and that is we've got all of our air defenses in one compartment in there, and it's in the middle of the base, so you know right off the bat there that you pretty much only have to take out 50% of the base and you're going to have all the air defenses down if you do it right. And the second thing is we have an exposed Archer Queen. And so we know we're going to be able to get to her real easily with a very small kill squad. And usually we like to use our BK to take her out because he can pop her down in just a couple shots. And so we've got the ability to suicide BK or small kill squad from that direction to go ahead and take her out. The other thing we have here is a lurable clan castle. And so obviously you look at the radius on that clan castle, very lurable. And so we're not going to be reliant on killing on the fly, which is much more reliant on having a queen. And so with those things, we're going to go ahead and take a look at how Darth approaches this and the army composition and those kind of things without an Archer Queen. And so like I said, first thing is a lurable clan castle. He's able to get that clan castle drag loon with a single hog, spends 5 spaces. He's got archer. He's able to anchor his archer out in the corner there because of those huts that are not protected by anything, and so he's able to easily lure and drag out to the corner to the side where the Archer Queen is. Stupid giant bomb spot there. Like I said, they obviously don't know how to design a base, but that's not the purpose of this video. And now he's going to go ahead and work on the clan castle without a queen, obviously. So a little bit of barb walk there with some wizards taking out that high-level dragon. And the loons are going to go ahead and jump in and bake in that poison a little bit, and clan castle's down. So for the price of a few barbs and a few wizards, he's got it down. He's creating his whiz funnel on the outside. And golem, you can see there's a spawn point there, drops the golem. Queen latches onto the golem. BK realizes that he's got troops in trouble, so he goes and takes out the queen. And now we have a jump spell where we're going to go right into the core, right into the heart of those air defenses with a bunch of level 4 Valks. And they're going to get in there, wreck the core, do some damage in there, and then backside with balloons. And so here you can see the clan castle Valks as well as inventory Valks go in. Jump spell's going to get him into the core. He's going to use his rages, his heals. Everything needs to stay alive. Their goal is to get in there, take out the core, which they did. As soon as they do, the loons come in from the outside. Targeted loons, couple on each outside defense, and he's got the haste spells to kind of get them moving through the bases quickly wherever needed. And then also you see he brought 7 minions for cleanup due to the spread out nature of the base. But you can see this base is pretty much wrecked already. Just a few air targeting defenses left. That whiz tower is the last thing. He's got probably a good 10 or more loons up in the air, still 4 Valks alive. And now comes the cleanup minions, and this space is going to go down. So again, poor base design, but still able to be 3-starred by the number 5 attacker to the number 6 base without an archer queen because of bringing an army composition that exploits and capitalizes on the weaknesses of the base. So we'll go ahead and forward to the end of that and give you that first look there at a no hero or no archer queen attack there. Then we'll go ahead and move on up to base number 5. And this is also an attack by a player with a queen down, I believe. And now this, of course, is an internet base. This is called the Tailor, or some version of the Tailor base. And so anytime you see this base, you should immediately default to a Shattered Go-Ho attack, which is not overly reliant on the queen as long as you can get to the clan castle. If it's got a centralized clan castle for some reason, that could be a little difficult. But as you can see, similar to that last base, this is going to be a lurable clan castle. 1 or 2 troops is going to go ahead and pull that clan castle out. Not a whole lot of places to anchor on it, so we'll see how Awesome Sauce ends up dealing with that and anchoring into a corner. And once the clan castle is out of the way, it's just going to be a simple Shattered Go-Ho into the corner by the queen. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this attack and see how it works. One thing you notice here, I'll pause it just briefly. Again, that easily lurable clan castle there, but typically on a Tailor base, I would not see you bringing Valkyries, and you notice that there's some Barbs and some Valks and just some extra troops. Typically, you don't need those, but when you are down a queen, you're losing quite a bit of DPS, and so bringing a few more DPS troops to counter the loss of the queen and a couple fewer defense targeting troops may be the way to go. So continuing watching this, you see obviously the lure, able to get in there, get that Dragloon, and gonna come with just a barb walk. So again, there's no place to anchor. There's no builder huts out in the corners. There's not a great place by the north there where we want to attack from. So just barb walking the clan castle out there. That's why you see the 6 or so barbs brought. Just going to drop the wizards there as well as the poison spell, barb walk to confuse the dragon and distract, and the Dragloon's going to go down, followed by the Shattered Golem approach. Standard outside in whiz funnel. We're going into that top compartment with 3 wall breakers, and going to bring a few Valks to go ahead and get in there and help deal with the enemy Archer Queen. Jump spell accesses the core where you have Teslas in both heroes, and we're off to the races. And from there, once that part of it's done, all you got to do is watch the BK ability and start dropping hogs. Looks like about 10 hogs per compartment there. You see the giant bomb there being pre-healed, so the hogs are going to live. Last 10 hogs or so coming into that other compartment, again pre-healing the giant bomb, and everything's kind of working in that clockwise fashion around the base. It's going to meet up on the western quadrant there under a heal spell, and you see that poison goes down, take care of the skellies and slow them down. There's a giant bomb in the middle, a little bit of danger, but that heal spell is going to be there to go ahead and heal that pack of hogs back up. 3 more defenses to go, one of which is targeting the golems, and so hogs will go ahead and take out those last 2 defenses, no problem. We got wizards doing cleanup on the outside, BK and wizards in the core, and the hogs for the cleanup on the other side. And so we'll go ahead and speed that up through the end. But again, standard attack, but just a little tweak, adding a little more DPS to make up for the loss of the queen. And same result, 3-star against the Tailor base. All right, and the last one on this of the 3 attacks for 3 stars by our players without heroes is going to be number 1, and it's going to be Awesome Sauce again against the number 1 base. And you see, again, not an anti-3-star base. We do have a relatively lurable clan castle, and Not sure if we took a lure here or not, or did it on the fly. But we do have some huts in the corners where we can lure if we need to, and no real double giant bomb threats. We do have some potential issues for double giant bombs like here and here. But other than that, really nothing going on there. So let's go ahead and just take a look at the army composition that was used while we load this attack up. Again, you'll see it's pretty much a standard go-ho, but adding in 4 Valks again to just supplement the loss of DPS from the Queen. And so pretty much a similar style here that we see. And when you're down that Queen, just add a little more DPS. Taper back on the defense targeting troops if you can. If not, you'll have to taper back on a couple cleanup troops or a couple funneling wizards and just be efficient with that. So let's go ahead and take a look at how Awesome Sauce attacks this base. I believe it's going to come from the north, and we have that Shattered Golem approach there, tanking 4-point defenses plus 2 mortars, creating that funnel for the wizards on the outside. Again, single wall breaker to test for small bombs, and then the remainder of the wall breakers in, followed by the Valks. We do have a drag loon we're killing on the fly. We're going to jump to the core. We're going to poison and heal. You have to have that heal down, of course, because otherwise those loons and drag can drop your Valks in a hurry. And without the Queen, they're not going to go down quite as fast. So Valks are in the core. They're being raged. And they're not being raged. That's the BK ability there. And so they're distracting everything there. We're going to bring in hogs from the west side. And then they're going to be healed on the approach to the core, Teslas and Expos. And same thing on the southeast side there. Targeted hogs at the outer defenses, plus 6 clan castle hogs coming in from due east there and meeting up in the core under the heal spell. From there, they're going to move south together. Very similar deployment and strategy with those as the 4 corners bases, the Tailor bases, as far as how the hogs move around there. But you can see Kill Squad's toast. All there is left is golems, golemites, and hogs. And so, but again, this was the #1 base. It wasn't the best design, but it wasn't the worst design. And without a Queen, not too shabby. And so there you see kind of the same fundamentals being implemented without the Queen and still 3-starring pretty high-level bases at Town Hall 9 with just a BK and your standard army composition. That'll do it for this video. Hopefully this helps you have some ideas on how to attack if you are ever asked to or forced to attack without your one or both heroes. And all of these attacks featured no Archer Queen. Now, if you're in a situation where you have your Archer Queen but not your BK, that's a little different story because although the BK is nice, the Archer Queen is a little more versatile in terms of being able to handle enemy clan castle troops, as well as you have the ability to queen walk. So if you're in an opposite case where you have your Queen up and your BK down, then you tweak that army composition a little differently, where you might look at a Queen walk where you're going to get more efficiency because you don't quite have the tanking power of the BK. And so you might do a Queen walk, or you might beef up your tanks. You might add a few more giants, you might add another golem, or some more Valks or something tanky. And that's how you replace your BK. And so that's the thought process that you use. If you're down your BK, you're missing a lot of tank and a little slower attack speed, but a lot more hit points. And if you're down your Queen, you're missing that ranged attack. You're missing that ability to take out flying clan castle troops and those kind of things. So just adjust accordingly and just add the things to your army that you're losing by not having your hero up. And you can still be very successful 3-starring just about any type of base, and especially if it's not overly well designed. Hopefully this is a help to you. This is the All Father. Until next time, thanks for watching.